haircut.
Actually, real me too.
It's so
I
like because I took a shower, it has so much more of like volume. It's so like fluffy and in the way of shit.
I think I went to Village. God, where did I go? I went to Village Barber last time, and booked.
Village barber.
I booked with.
I'll totally use that info. Shout out to Village Barber.
I mean, it was nice.
Right. Um. Hmm.
We might have to set the server up in my room since I don't want it out in the living room, which I can do. I've got plenty of space. I can set up Adam Warlock if, like, let's say Sunny gets her PC running and she wants to play Minecraft.
Right.
Um, I'd rather.
Yeah.
I would still have to figure out the port forwarding and all that shit,
Yeah.
but I don't want to run a second Ethernet cable with Eager though. That would be annoying. I don't even know if it has Wi-Fi. I hope it does. It might not be. I mean, our Wi-Fi is amazing. Like, it's
Right.
pumping out the 5 giga somethings.
Mhm.
Um, how well Adam Warlock can receive that is different.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do like my weeklies and my specials and get all my Wizards Vault like points, so I can get the easy gold.
Is that AI generated?
You're AI generated.
I feel like that might be AI generated. It's kind of hard to tell. The image is so small. I'm not AI generated. Fuck you.
You're an AI, Parker. You're not real. You just don't know it.
Right. Oh shit. I'm out of quartz. Oh fuck.
You dumb piece of shit. Oh, you're playing Minecraft? Can you stream?
Yeah, sure, bro. Let's see. Share screen.
Give me your stream, bro.
Minecraft.
This is
This is
the
the world that
World
Zero
Zero
made. Yeah,
build?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What if I have a
So,
ton of Guild Wars stuff I want to do, but what if you installed Essentials and I joined you? How cool would that be?
um,
Hmm? Hmm?
I mean, yeah, okay, sure, why not?
But I don't worry about it now. I do have a ton of Guild Wars extra
Okay,
funds, so
yeah. Um, I guess if I want to be space efficient, yeah. Okay, so the way this works is I need 5 cogwheels, 5 large cogwheels, and 5 iron nuggets. You see what I'm doing here with the fucking
complex mechanisms, or
right.
is that what they're called?
Yeah, well, they're called precision mechanisms, but
Or that, yeah.
usually I do 3 arms and I'll do like a conveyor belt, but I'm really not feeling it right now.
Mm, yeah.
Also, I have well, I guess I could go buy I can just buy redstone and shit in
Oh
this
yeah, there's
world.
a
So
shop.
there's a lot of different shops. They're all scattered across the city. It's not just like everything in one place, but I'll show you around town here in a minute, probably. It's pretty, it's dense, especially in like the upper sections. It's fucking crazy. You can just buy, there's just a diamond shop too. You can just buy diamonds and diamond tools and shit. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
They're expensive though. They are not cheap. Mm-hmm. Well. Oh, no, yeah, I guess that is. Okay. Now, the other thing about this is there's a fucking 20% chance that this just won't be a precision
Yeah, it'll
mechanism.
be a gold clock or some shit.
Yeah, I've had it to. Okay, yeah, we're good. I've had it turn into a fucking shaft before. Just an andesite, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean, dude? Fucking.
That
Oh,
sucks.
yeah.
They suck to make, honestly.
Yeah, real fucking pain in the ass. Right, pain in the ass. Can I get a stick, please? Hold the seasoning. That's right, just an unseasoned stick. You have Uno! It came with the Xbox when you bought it! No, bro, I don't. It's not on my Xbox. You have Uno!
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm done with Guild Wars. I got my weeklies done. I got my specials done. I got a bunch of gold. I spent a bunch of gold. I think I spent all I made on some new rewards, and it looked cool. But whatever. Oh, I could put Guild Wars into my budgeting. 10% of my income goes into Guild Wars 2 gems.
Don't do that.
That's only
Jesus.
$250 a month. Fine. I'm gonna start getting paid weekly.
Wow.
Yo, it's actually kind of annoying because I'm gonna have to redo my entire like reminder schedule for
Mm,
how I pay. I don't know. Maybe it'll
boo-hoo.
be okay. I don't know. I'm bored.
You want me to send you that Minecraft pack?
I don't know. I mean, I should play Guild Wars. There's so much to be done.
I get it, bro. I get
And I should go set up the server. Except I would need the TV, which is at Sunny's house.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because that would be the monitor.
Yeah, right.
And like.
Ooh, that's not good. I never listened to that advice, I feel like, especially when I mod games. I just can't. If it ain't brokey, don't fix
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah.
If it ain't
Yeah.
brokey, don't
There's just
fix
so
it.
much to. It's not fixing, it's adding, you know? I'm gonna play Roblox. I think that'll solve all my problems,
Oh, I
actually.
see, of course.
Roblox.com. It's literally the cure to boredom, bro. You don't get it. You're right. Let me join you and be a food. Did Bee Swarm just get an update? What's, or is their image just. I don't know what's going on. Fat training. Welcome to Fat Training. Enter the world of racing and unlock new large bodies.
What the fuck? New
You know what I
large
could do?
bodies.
Do you want to go to Taco Bell? I have 2 free combo cards.
Taco Bell, huh? Kinda.
Yeah. We can each get a free combo from Taco
A
Bell.
free combo. Yeah, that does sound pretty good, actually.
I'm going to Taco Bell whether you like it or not. Decided. I wanted to make dumplings, but I have free Taco Bell in my wallet. I'm probably gonna start eating out a lot more soon.
Please be careful of your health, man. I know it's super convenient, but
Well, I can eat out and eat healthy. Like I'm gonna
well,
be having a
that's
lot more K-pop and a lot more
oh
pho.
yeah, that's true. Sorry, I forgot about
It's
that.
not all gonna be like Popeyes and
I'm a
Taco Bell.
dirty, filthy American, so
No, I mean that is like that was my diet in Colorado, but it has changed significantly since then. I hate rich people. I was watching this video on Twitter
yeah.
and I was like, look at how I budget my $200,000 a month income. And
Suck
it's
my
just like
dick.
it's just the most obscene like if I made
Uh-huh.
$200,000 a year, I
Dude.
don't think I'd even be changing all that much. Like I'd be just trying to retire early and like but I
Yeah.
spend so much
Yes.
money.
Yep.
It's insane. Okay, I'm ready for Taco Bell. Do you want to go?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Taco Bell. Hmm.
Righty. Now what do I do? I got a haircut next Friday. Let's go. I can't
Right.
get rid of my hair. I hate big hair. I'm gonna go bald.
You're gonna go bald.
Yeah,
Bald!
shit.
Bald!
I don't think I want to play Roblox. I don't want to play Guild Wars. I don't want to set up Valheim.
You want to play Minecraft?
But then if I play Minecraft, that's a commitment, and it might like
Is it?
if I get into it, yes.
Oh, well.
If I start to enjoy it, yeah. And also, I don't know. I'm trying to save my Minecraft budget for like the server with Sunny.
Right. Yeah.
My yearly Minecraft budget.
Your yearly Minecraft budget.
When you know what I
Right.
mean, though, like it's I. Oh. I have a to-do list. I have 66 games on my Steam to-do list.
Wow.
I still have more I could probably add, but I have my library of like
Mm-hmm.
2 sorts, 675, and I'm not gonna play those. And I have 73 in my beaten category. But I've created the backlog of like stuff I want to play. Do I want to play any of it right now?
More redstone. No. Yep.
Really?
It's a backlog for a reason. So, I don't know that this exists, but the mecha tool. Okay, yeah.
Do I need to add essential? Does it?
Yeah. Well, no, I'll add it and then I'll just send you the pack, so don't worry about it. But yeah, so in Mechanism, like the multi-tool, the mecha tool, whatever the fuck it's called. You hold it like it's a gun, right? Which makes me feel like it's supposed to shoot a laser, but it doesn't. And I want a fucking mod or a resource pack or something, because you just, like, when you mine or you attack, you fucking swing it like it's a pickaxe or a sword. Like, it looks so goofy. It doesn't make any sense.
Dot 3D placeable food. Whoa.
Yeah. You can place down a
Oh,
lot
I bet most of these mods were just for like building.
Yeah, a lot of them
I
were
guess
like
that's why
decoration
240
and
is-
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
The main things are created mechanism and some other things. I think I'm probably at like I'm playing the game a certain way. Like I want to do a lot of the create stuff, but there's nothing really stopping me from just except for power generation, I guess. From just going full mechanism.
Well, that's just windmills.
Yeah, I guess
mean, that is
so.
how you start mechanism, is you just mass produce windmills.
Yeah. I don't want to do that. I think
Well, I
I'm
mean,
probably.
it works.
I mean, it does, but it looks. There's also not really a lot of space where I'm currently living for that sort of thing. I guess I could put them all outside of the big wall, but well, you'll see when you load in. Well, I guess I'll wait for you to spawn in, and then I'll kind of show you around town.
Yeah.
It's big though. It's dense. So, let me send you a picture of a map that I drew. Here we go. You may find that you will actually need this because Journey Map will only help you so much.
Please let me in, please.
You're
I'm
in.
joining the world. Yay, Minecraft, yay. Oh wow, I see.
Wait, where are
This is-
you?
Well, I'm still loading. I don't know. I'm joining.
Oh, I see. Oh, the map. That's what you were. Okay, yeah.
This is incomprehensible, Parker.
The bottom left is the layer that you're gonna spawn at. You'll understand it as you use it more, I think. Oh, okay. Huh,
big,
that's weird. Oh, you're up north.
pillars
Oh,
with holes in them.
shit, okay. Yeah, I don't really know. There's a lot of lore that I don't really know about. It's kind of vague and you really have to put it together yourself. You should be able to just go through the wall at any of the holes if you can get to them.
Ooh, my God, I'm lagging.
Yeah, you are.
Stuff.
There you are, okay. So I think I know. I mean, I know where you are, but I don't.
This is so cool.
Oh my god, it's Beaver and Trevor and Dusty.
Yeah, right. This is awesome, isn't
I'm
it?
gonna get really distracted. So much time was put into this. This is crazy.
Yeah, whopping 300 hours were spent building this city.
Yeah. I mean, did they time lapse it?
No, but
Aw.
well, at least not to my knowledge. I'm not sure how.
I've never done anything. I've never like spent time in creative mode, like building a world.
Health boost. That's interesting. Yeah, Zero is all about that kind of shit. Oh, okay. I think I know. I'm getting pretty close to you
Anime.
now. Yeah, you're on my map now. Yeah, there's a lot of anime girls and shit. I didn't ask for that, by the way. They just added that. Just want to point that out.
Well, they know. Food. I just ate some food.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so we're pretty close to the diamond shop, actually.
I'm upstairs in this.
You are. You're heading up too. That's yeah.
Rachel, Papa's wife.
Hey, what's up? I'm right behind you. You have a big afro and the infinity
Yeah,
gauntlet.
I got all of the 3 essentials cosmetics and equipped them.
Jesus. Okay, so follow me. So this is the lapis shop. You can buy lapis lazuli here.
How do I read this? For 0 cogs, 50 O.
Yeah, so a cog is like $1 and the other thing is like cents, except it's
Okay.
still a base 64 system. So 64 cents equals $1 basically, and
Oh, okay.
64. Well, I'll take you to a bank here in a little bit. I want to take you to the diamond shop first, though.
You see, playing like complex Minecraft mod packs, the main reason I want to upgrade my PC is for big Minecraft mod packs and for Guild Wars 2.
What is this guy doing? He's
Like-
jerking off in the doorway. So this is the diamond shop. You can just buy and sell diamonds right here. So
Those are really cheap, right?
no,
gold
those are
cogs.
expensive. Yeah.
Oh, but you can make a ton of cogs by selling them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So let
You
me.
just get your digital miner, and then you have infinite money.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I
So
mean, yeah.
there's
Um,
the diamond. So upstairs in the same shop, you can also just outright buy the tools. And it is actually it's slightly more expensive.
No.
Than just
I guess
buying.
you're buying the sticks.
Well, yeah.
I don't
and-
understand
Hmm.
this number. It's like,
What?
so buy for 24 cogs, and then 37.
I don't know. It's just XX. I don't know, like what. I don't know how to pronounce that, or maybe it's an asterisk, but it's like weird. I don't know. So let me take you to a bank. There's a lot of abandoned buildings in this city too. My theory. So there's also these giant robots that are kind of just hanging out on and around the city. And my theory
Like
is
actual
that
NPCs or like
no. They're structures
Okay.
that were built. Oh, this is the casino. You can go in here and gamble if you go upstairs.
Any quick changes I can make for performance?
Okay, so yeah, I would go to your map levels. I think that's in where is that? Yeah, quality. So map levels should be 0. That's probably gonna help you a lot.
That
Also,
always takes a while. So.
yeah, it does. That's kind of the main one. I guess there's some other smaller stuff. Like you could go to just in the general tab. There's like vertical and horizontal render distance, and the higher that number is, the lower the render distance is, I think, technically, because it increases the percent
Just need more RAM.
that it's reduced. Yeah, I do also have 24 gigabytes allocated to the game right now.
I have 10. And
Oh,
it's-
yeah, that was kind of the main thing. I was wondering if you would be able to play on here that much.
Oh my god.
Oh, let me give you a couple hot dogs. These hot dogs are crazy.
Hell yeah. hot
They
dogs.
give you
Those are some-
They give you like 3 minutes of regen and like 4 minutes of absorption. They're fucking crazy hot
Crazy.
dogs. Yeah, right? Let me try and remember where this bank
so
is.
cool, Pucker.
I know,
No
right?
wonder this is such a cool birthday gift.
Yeah, dude,
They
it's
started
sick.
it like a year ago, basically.
Yeah,
They,
that's
like,
right. Yep. Hmm.
During your last birthday, it was like, okay, time to get you.
Yeah, my 23rd birthday was when they started it. So this is a bank. So this banner right here, this represents like the bank logo or whatever. So any building with this
Mhm.
banner on it is a bank. So to use the bank, you go in here and you find this red block. This is a terminal. So you right click on this, and then that's your bank account basically. So there's 6 different
Okay.
levels of currency. Yeah, if you look at
30 to
my
64 of like the previous one.
yeah, exactly. So the 6 levels are spurs is the lowest, and then bevels, and then sprockets, and then cogs, which are like dollars, and then crowns are 64. Like 1 is 64 cogs, and then above that is a sun, which is 64 crowns, which is a lot of money. I currently have
Yeah, well, I mean,
108 cogs myself,
that's
so
cog is tier 4 or cog is.
yeah, cog is tier 4. That's correct. Yes, and
So-
then I'll just
So tier 6 is 64 to the 6th power, right? Is it always 64? Like
it is, yes, it is definitely like yeah, I think you're right. So
that's insane.
yeah, so a sun is worth a lot of money. It's worth 4,096 XX or whatever. So I'm gonna give you a few cogs because I feel generous.
Aw,
Um,
thanks.
And you
Do I
can
need to withdraw or like when
you
I go
do
shopping,
you
does it
do
pull from my bank
need
account?
so in order to do that you need one of these cards here. This is basically like a debit card, and it's linked to your bank account.
Oh,
So
cool.
if you don't have one of those cards, you do need like the cash like in hand basically. And
How do I get a debit card?
I think you just craft it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a
Oh
really
man,
cool currency system.
it is pretty sweet. Yeah, it's a create add-on. I think it's called like create numer something. Um,
Jade. I can't see the name.
yeah, I don't have Jade either. Yeah, it's called create numismatics.
And I need a red card.
Any card will do. Mine's just light blue because why not? So you are gonna need a precision mechanism. It seems like to make a card, but I can make you one of those, I guess. But we're gonna stop.
Okay.
Oh,
I
your
don't know how
game's.
much I'm actually gonna play here.
Yeah.
Especially when I actually start building machines. This is.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need more RAM. A lot of these places are just residential, so this doorbell works. So how about you press that?
Ding dong.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me pull up the brass shop. We're gonna go there.
Doggy.
Yeah, there's a lot of pets and stuff too.
Do mobs spawn in the city? Has that
Yeah,
happened?
they do, but it's pretty rare because there's so much lights and stuff. So
Okay.
this is a pretty area. If you had shaders,
Look up.
it would be like stars and shit. But I also, you have the mod that makes render distance spherical. So since you reduced it
Oh.
so much, yeah. Anyways, so this is the create store.
No
There's
way I can
some
handle shaders.
there's some create stuff in here. So I'm gonna buy. You just right click the thing. So let's see here. Use to buy brass ingots. So I'm gonna buy 10 ingots of brass.
And you right click with your card or just
Yeah,
in
with the
general?
card in hand. Yeah, so I'll give you one of these to sell. So you just go to that other one on the right, and you just right click on it with the item that you want to sell, and then you get the
Okay,
money. Yeah, and it gives
Can you
you.
deposit directly into your account, or do you have to take?
You
this
have to go to the bank.
Okay,
There's
so you
no
can
other
withdraw,
way.
You just can't deposit. That makes sense. That's how banks work.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your game is
No,
gonna
that's
just
not
crash.
responding.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, welcome back. So,
There's gotta be more settings I can lower. This is
probably,
fucking
yeah,
nuts.
but I think you're just.
I think this world is just, it's got too much go. Like, it's one thing to build a really dense, like, vanilla Minecraft world.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So, if you go to general, um, there is the vertical and the horizontal render distance. I think if you turn both of those up all the way, because it increases the
more?
percentage. No. It increases the percentage that it's reduced. I think. I'm pretty sure. And then horizontal is like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm right.
Okay,
I
well,
was
this is a
100%.
little excessive.
That's ridiculous. You have got to take a screenshot of that, bro. Come on.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Someone reduced the fucking render distance to like half a chunk. Holy shit. It looks like you're
Let
playing
me see.
like.
I think it's one full chunk. I
Is
can
it?
see
Okay,
chunk, I
it
think.
is, you're right.
What do you look like if you're? Wow.
I'm just floating. That's fucking nuts. Oh,
Oh my god.
it's still
Lag.
really laggy,
I
yeah.
don't think a lot of these settings just aren't going to reduce RAM consumption, probably.
Yeah, I
I
think
guess I
so
could, no, I
too.
can't allocate more because my PC doesn't have enough.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Um, I think I might have some RAM, but it's different
I don't want to do
from.
all that. And
Yeah,
I don't want to
it's.
risk like last time I tried to install different RAM, it was
You're
like
just gonna have to live
60%.
vicariously through me,
I guess
man.
VSync is on. I mean that's not RAM, but
Right. Man, this is why I bought so much RAM. It's because I need it just to play this
okay.
world.
Well, I'm gonna watch your stream while you play.
Okay, alright, man.
Too
Yeah, it's cool.
hard.
I get it.
Um,
It was nice knowing you.
maybe I'll get RAM before I get a CPU though.
Yeah.
I don't know. My tax return, I don't think I'm gonna be able to buy much. I am gonna get hotel rooms for Colorado.
Sure,
so maybe
yeah.
going to Colorado.
Right.
God, I'm so excited to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, I do need to talk to my new boss though about like, hey, can I have kind of a lot of time off?
We would need so much RAM to run this as a dedicated server. Holy
Yeah.
shit, man.
You were playing that. I'm like, wow, that's such a cool world. Why don't we just make that our new server?
Nope.
And I'm like, no, nobody can play it.
Nope.
I did
Nope.
not realize how intense it. I mean,
Yeah.
it makes sense though. Like modded Minecraft is already like insanely RAM consuming, and if you spend 300 hours building a world using all of those modded blocks,
Mm-hmm. That's right.
how bad are RAM prices right now?
Pretty bad. Even
Reddit
worse than when I
best
bought RAM earlier.
DR4 RAM. 2026. I guess it is DDR5's prices that spiked more, I've heard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, 32 gigabytes, $250. That's not so bad.
Mm.
I do kind of want.
It's really bad, dude. RAM used to be
yeah.
like, it used to be so much cheaper than that, dude. I remember I bought RAM for like $90 at one point.
I don't want 2 times 16. I want 4 times 16.
Right. Well, you're just gonna have to get two times 16.
I mean, that's fine, right? Like that's okay.
Yeah, I
Work
mean,
together as long as it's the same. Like,
as long as it's the exact same brand, and I mean, honestly, even if they're at different speeds, I don't think that's gonna be a problem because, well, okay, if you, let's say you do what I did and you buy RAM that's like low speed and you buy other RAM that's high speed, as long as you like go in your BIOS and you like make them the same, then it's fine because my PC hasn't really crashed like at all since I upgraded my RAM and I did exactly that. So yeah, also Jesus fucking Christ, that's horrifying.
I have 16 gigs.
Right.
I have 2 8 gig sticks. I am
Uh-huh.
very behind.
Yeah. Yeah, you
so
are.
maybe I should do that before a CPU. Like a CPU
fuck,
would
I was
cost
gonna
a
go
little
buy
over 500.
redstone. Yeah, CPU would oof.
Maybe I guess if I stick to this same pair, maybe I buy like
Right.
2 times 16 and I replace my 2 times 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then like when I have some more money, I spend another 260.
Sure. I guess
like,
so.
I should text my new boss.
Holy fucking shit, that scared the shit out of me. Where the fuck did he... fucking bitch. I fucking threw my sword. Fucking dipshit. That's right.
Page
Oh my
1.
god, what the fuck? I got a pizza box! Sit back, grab a slice, right click to take a slice, shift right click to open and close the box. Oops. Oh, well, fuck. Let me go check on my bank account and see what I just did to it. Okay, well, yeah. I mean... Right, how much energy does that use? Okay, yeah. It's still less than what I'm producing. I think I might, I mean, I've already made it, so it doesn't really matter, but I kind of want to, like, change some of the recipes so that you don't really have any choice but to make an alternator. Because, I mean, you, like you said, you could just make a bunch of windmills, but, like, create his windmills, and I think it would be neat if...
They're cooler.
Yeah, they are cooler. It would be neat if you had to make a create machine of some sort to generate
do think
electricity.
you would have to scale up. I don't know, like
Well, maybe,
create
yeah.
can barely support like mechanism.
Yeah, well, that's the
Eh,
thing, is you do that until you make a boiler and a turbine. Like,
I
that's
guess
the...
that's not too bad. But
Yeah, it's really... It's not that crazy of a next step. And it's definitely not, like, something you can do with create, so I think that would be fine. But, like, there's the heat generator, and there's the solar panels and the windmills. Like, it would probably leave... Well, how would I want that to work? Because you need solar panels for the, well, do you? Actually, I don't know if you do. You use solar panels in a multi-block and mechanism, but like the big advanced solar panels, I mean. I don't know. I guess I could leave those, but like, because you just use them to power it, because like it gets powered from... It's weird. It's a weird multi-block. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about like game balance and stuff while I play this.
I mean,
I
yeah.
know I'm the only one who's playing it,
I
but
mean, yeah, you can control your own balance. Nobody else can
right.
run it.
Yeah. I just want it to... I'll do that thing with the mechanism armor so it's not quite as fucking OP. I do want it to be really powerful because it is a pain in the ass to fucking make it, but I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just God. I'm God now. Oh, you hit me? Whatever. Die. um... Yeah, so let's see. Fuck, I need to make another bucket. The osmium compressor. So, let's see. I'm gonna put a couple of these in here. I think I'm gonna need to make some universal cable, which also requires steel. Does it use 2? I think it uses 2. Oh, I have to go get Sunny. Oh, no I don't, not yet. But soon. She's gonna... You wanna... Okay, sure. We're probably gonna hang out here, unless there's
Yeah.
something she wants to do at her house. But she said that she wanted to hang out here tonight for a bit, so...
It is Valentine's.
It is... Yeah. I do have something at her house, too, for Valentine's Day.
I said I would spend my tax return on, like, I would get an entire month ahead on rent, but I don't think I need to anymore. I just... Like, as soon as I start getting those LS Industries paychecks, I'm great. I'm good. I'm set. I'm going to spend my tax return on a full car inspection, a new retainer, the Colorado hotel room, getting my engine checked, and getting my brake, like, pads and maybe the rotors replaced. I think that is the decision.
Man, you're getting your rotors replaced. Damn, that's like all of it.
I guess I'll get them checked. I don't know. Like last time I had an inspection, they were like, I don't know, these are looking pretty bad, man. And they weren't. I don't remember what they were talking about. It wasn't the pads. It was something that wasn't the pads, and the only thing that I know that exists that isn't the pads are the rotors. So,
Right. Well, yeah, there's the rotors and there's the calipers, which are the things that you put the pads on that like squish the rotor. That's what I need replaced because those are fucked up. That's where the brake fluid goes. Like that's what it's for. Um,
I guess. Yeah. Oh man, that that's gonna be the most expensive thing though. And
yeah.
honestly, I'm probably gonna spend my entire return. Like, not immediately because it'll take a while to schedule. I'm not gonna do it all in one thing. I'm gonna get like
Mm-hmm.
my inspection done, and then spend based on that, I guess.
Ooh,
I
that's
do
an
love,
interesting
like,
idea.
I love knowing I can spend on my car.
Yeah,
Like,
that must
you
be
know, doing
pretty nice
preventative
feeling.
maintenance instead of emergency maintenance
Yeah.
and having the money for it. It's so great. I mean, I am broke now. You know, right
Oh
now I'm
yeah.
very broke.
Oh shit, that's using 40. Okay, so that is.
BRB.
Wow, I was also. Right. So I'm gonna need a diamond.
Just waiting on the money.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna text me and let me know. You're what?
Restaurant work, so she's probably not off at like exactly.
No. No, unfortunately not. Oh yeah. Yeah, I usually have that pulled up, especially. Sure. Give it a sec there. Yep, Minecraft. CPU usage.
My CPU is almost never fixed. Start your CPU.
It's because I'm rendering a video.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I forgot you were still rendering.
Yeah, it's almost done, but.
I thought, is rendering CPU usage, not GPU?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I thought it was GPU because it's a video.
Well, you would think that, wouldn't
I did
you?
think that, didn't I?
Um,
You have 64 gigs though, right?
of RAM, yes.
So I guess you can just do whatever you want.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I got a pretty good GPU.
To worry about.
I have the best RAM I can get for the, or not the best RAM, the best CPU for this socket, for the AM4 socket. Yeah, it's pretty great. And I just have like, I used to have all my shit in different windows, but Opera kept like, I kept closing it by accident, and then I would lose like several different windows, and I was just like, fuck this. You can just put everything in like a group now. So I just did that. I got all my manga on this orange group, and I got like my.
Leave them open.
Yeah, I do. I mean.
I guess you can.
Yeah, I mean.
You have 64 gigs. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
the next thing would be 4 times 32 sticks.
They do make those. I could do that, but I'm not gonna do that.
I bet it's like 1,500 plus.
It's gotta be a fuckload of money, man. Like.
Timu.
Do not.
What is the item?
Holy sh. That's it's a scam. It's gotta be. The speed of that RAM is probably measured in the megahertz.
I can't even click on it because there's so many fucking ads. It's telling me that.
Of course it is. Of
I can DoorDash RAM.
what? No fucking way. That's ridiculous. Wow.
See?
That's less than $1,000.
3,200 megahertz, which I think is good.
That's pretty good, yeah. That's more than what my system's currently running on. Let's see.
That's probably what the big AI pros are actually using. Are there motherboards with more than 4 slots?
Maybe. I don't think it's gotta only go up to like 6 slots though, right? There's no way it's like 8 slots. That would be nuts. That'd be.
Oh my fucking
That would be a huge ass
I'm gonna
fucking.
build a PC off T.
Do not do that. You're about to witness the creation of my first atomic disassembler. Well, probably first and only, I guess. Dude, look at that. Look at all these rare. Boom. Needs more speed. I need to power it, though. Say goodbye to all of my energy. I guess it's not actually that. Man. It's gonna take a while to charge all that back up.
Build a YouTube video building a Temu gaming PC.
Normal. How much damage does it do? 21 damage? Oh my god. That is really good. Holy shit. Bye, sword. Goodbye, osmium sword. I'm done playing with you. The atomic disassembler does 21 attack damage.
That's so crazy.
Holy
That's so
shit.
He's benchmarking it on Fortnite. This is so funny. I mean, he did build a PC off Temu. They didn't have CPUs or power supplies though.
Right.
I will not be buying RAM off Temu.
Yeah, do not do
I mean,
that.
like, it might work momentarily.
Momentarily. $25,000 megabytes. Open JDK platform binary. It's fucking insane. Look at all this power usage. Very high, very high.
Power usage is so confusing.
Holy
It's
shit.
like, my PC's still running.
Yeah.
When do I need to care about power usage? Never? I don't know.
I don't know. This is so cool. I just have like a create windmill up on the surface that's connected to this fucking gearbox that's spinning this belt, that's spinning this alternator, that's connected to this battery that's powering these machines. This is awesome. I love Minecraft. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I need one more. To get so I have an add-on for the create add-on that adds the alternator, and it changes the recipe to you needing to get magnets. And in order to get
you showed me that,
right, yeah, you
lightning rods.
I got magnets obviously,
Yeah,
but
that wasn't working because you couldn't place them down. What did you end up having to do?
I threw them on the ground and then I used summon lightning bolt. Yeah, the command. I was not about to fucking wait around for
I
a
mean, that's real.
yeah, I really wanted to just like put them in a chest or something, but and like wait, because I know that like that would have worked if that was a mechanic that was in the game, but it wasn't. It isn't. So I did my thing. It's also the only like the alternator's the only thing in the game you need magnets for. Like they exist just to make.
I mean, it's cool though.
It is cool. It is very
There's
cool.
not a lot of Minecraft mods where magnets are even a thing.
Right.
Which is pretty surprising considering that in like actual, like, mechanical creation of that and electricity, you would think you'd need them. But
Right.
you never really. They kind of skip over. It's an iron ingot. That's a magnet.
Well, it's an iron ingot that's been polarized by, a very large amount of electricity. But yeah. I wonder if there's a mod that changes your render distance automatically based on, like, what's in front of you, if that makes sense. Like, how far you can actually see. Like, if there's a mod that can detect the furthest objects that are visible to the player and then changes the render distance. But I guess you would still want to set a max so that when you step outside it doesn't just immediately try to render 32 chunks in every direction. I feel like that would be so slow.
Because like you have like block face scrolling.
I do, yeah, I do have a lot of that stuff.
Like that, but like
kind of.
rendering.
Right.
I think think it might be possible, but it would totally break with any like transparent blocks.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure
probably.
they could make allowances, but I think that would complicate it much more.
Maybe I should disable teleporters. And quantum entangleporters too. Because I want to use trains.
Why do you need quantum entangleporters to use train?
No, you got it backwards. I want to make it so I can't use quantum entangleporters.
Oh, you're disabling things.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just thinking of shit that...
Yeah. Create is such a great mod until you add anything else, and then it's like, well, I need to disable these items or else.
Yeah.
The stuff that create offers.
Right. Exactly.
I
That's...
still, you know those mod packs? There's the really good custom mod packs
Chain
out there, like
conveyor.
Create to the stars or whatever, where like you have to go to the moon.
Right.
You can only use Create. I mean, there are other mods, but like it's
Oh.
entirely Create focused, and you know it's pre-balanced. I've always wanted to try one of those. Like Create's so laggy. I've never had like a end game Create base but only both.
Yeah, this is new.
What the hell are those chains?
Yeah.
Like that's base Create?
You can carry shit. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a conveyor.
It carries entities, or can it carry items too?
I think it can carry whatever you want.
Chain conveyors.
Right click, two
Is
conveyors.
this base Create, or is this an add-on?
I'm pretty sure this is base create. This is... Yeah, chain
That's so
conveyor.
cool,
Yeah,
wait.
that's a new item. I've never seen this before. So you right click, connect them together.
I wonder if it has to be like a direct 45-degree angle, or if it can be any angle.
I mean, it
Probably
looks
45,
like...
'cause that's what you have to
Well,
do.
these aren't. This is connected there, and that's...
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. You're right.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
That's weird. The perspective makes it look 90.
Right.
It makes it look 180.
And connect shafts above or below. And then right click holding a wrench to start traveling on the chain. So it's a form of transportation,
Oh.
I guess. At a junction, face forward the chain to follow it.
So maybe it
That's the player, I
transports
guess.
just players, which is cool.
That is cool. Postbox, package, frog port. What? Oh. Right click a chain conveyor and place the frog port nearby. Assess it at address inventory UI. If the address of the inserted package does not match it. The frog port will place the package on the conveyor. Package bin in the place they have no valid destination. Okay, you can transport items. You have to use these things called frog ports.
Sorry, what?
You look. So there's a package, right? And there's this frog port, and it's got a name, and the package has like a thing. So the frog port will put it on there. Yeah, kinda. It used its tongue. So it doesn't have a valid destination until you make one, and then...
I'm still caught up on packages, everything.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's...
They carry items.
So that's the valid... That's where it's gotta go, and then it sucks it in with its tongue, and then it shits it out.
Oh, frog ports specifically only work on
Packages.
Oh, that's a frog.
Yeah, that's a frog.
Oh, that's so Minecraft. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, let me have some of this. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah, I'm working on making a boiling device.
Off in its years, that doesn't seem to
It's
happen.
fine.
I don't know this company, but
It's just that it was right here a minute ago. I need to take a shit, actually.
And then instantly cancel it.
Now that you
So I guess
mention
you
it.
do end up saving a lot of money if you're someone who
Yeah,
only
now
wants
that
to
I
play the
mentioned
PlayStation
shitting.
5 for a
Well, I
very
mean, I
brief
would've
If all your
needed-
friends
time,
went
you
and
could
shit,
do
would
that
you take a
strategy
shit
if
too?
you
I mean,
I don't
only
know
if I
it
needed
is or
to
not.
shit.
Go get the, the Pinkertons
It's
back
not
on the
really
board
a.
for you or something. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
But I
take a
feel like
shit.
the norm with consoles is you get a console under the idea that you will own it long term because presumably there's more games coming out over time that you might have an interest in, thus you would need the console to play. So it'd be pretty silly to keep renting the PlayStation 5 every time a new game comes out. Then it would end up costing you money in the long term. But if you're someone that just wants to play a PlayStation for like a month,
It also requires steel. I'm gonna have to go buy iron and coal. There's just a bunch of fucking zombie pigmen in my nether portal because I left the game open last night, but it was already open to land because Clayton joined. He tried playing, which means the game was still running even though it was paused. So there were just like 20 fucking zombie pigmen crammed in this little spot where my nether portal is. It's fucking goofy.
and I shudder to picture that future where you're the weirdo for not wanting to lease your fucking Five Guys burger. People will look at you like some kind of circus freak because you want to actually like own something. Get a load of this guy. This geriatric fossil tried to buy a PlayStation 7 instead of just putting it on fucking Klarna. In this push that the whole world has made to everything going subscription based and like lease instead of own, rent instead of buy. It's trash. Which is why I've become such like a big advocate for the consumer rights wiki. This is something that I've only recently become aware of, but this seems like a truly valuable service, which is just a platform that solely aims to educate consumers on anti-consumer practices that are being integrated into products. Seems like a very simple mission to just give you as much information as possible.
Oh,
about
that did
what
fix
a
it.
lot of
That's
these
great.
shady
Wow.
companies are doing with
Huh.
their services and their
Man,
products. So
I
really do
wasn't
appreciate
expecting
what's
that.
going on here. I'll put a link to it in the description if you
Okay,
want to
cool.
check it out.
Oh, I need to
Out
put this
there.
back.
This is not like a sponsored segment or anything. I want to make that clear.
Man, that's
I
great.
just talked about this a lot and
That's
only
fantastic.
recently had this put on my
Right, I was gonna go
radar as
buy
something that's
iron
aiming to
and
help in the fight
coal.
against this you will own nothing and be happy future. So
Okay.
not sponsored or anything like that. Anyway, just another video
I
yapping about
see.
this topic. I hope people continue to reject
Well,
the notion
that's
of
not
you will own
right.
nothing and be happy. It should
Huh.
be something that people are just okay with. Anyway, that's really about it. See ya.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do something about that. Seems to be just the road. Really.
Split second that the reason he crashed into a parked car is because he was trying to avoid hitting a pedestrian on the sidewalk. So he thought he was moving unpredictably on the road, and in order to avoid hitting them, decided to idly drive into a parked car. Yeah, that really passes the smell test, huh? Let's say for a second though, let's play ball with this, because this is just so ridiculous. It's outlandish. Let's say he was moving unpredictably in the road. What was your strategy to avoid hitting him? Like not looking at the road, trying to look everywhere else besides the road? That would make you more likely to hit somebody that's moving unpredictably, by the way. So nothing about this makes any sense from his side of things with his explanation. It's clear what happened. He was distracted. He's streaming while driving. He was distracted by chat or potentially distracted by whatever he was getting out in the passenger seat. I'm inclined to believe that much like all the other fucking driving streamer losers that keep crashing their cars every other day, he was distracted by reading and interacting with chat and not paying attention to the road, and as such turned his vehicle into a weapon, hitting a parked car. That's what I think is pretty evident here from this clip. Now, what I want to also mention that adds just a cherry on top of this is this streamer earlier in that stream had made a citizen's arrest on a hit and run suspect.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Citizen's arrest! Now! Get on the ground! Lay on the ground now!
Oh. Huh.
Damn, did you see her? Did you see it?
Did you see it? Burn on my roommate's door, ha. I guess I'll put that. Well, this is a cursed item now. I can't make this anymore. Oh yeah, I can. Wait, what? Heat generator. I thought. Oh, I guess I didn't. CT hand. Well, I think I decided to keep this just because of how inefficient it is. I mean, it's better than nothing at all, but you're not going to be running like a huge ass operation off this thing. You'd need a fuckload of them. So I'll keep that. I'll allow that to continue to exist. Put these down. I need to make... I want that cover mod. So yeah, that's a thing now. All of that's hooked up, and that looks a bit prettier. I think the real thing... It's not really a... Oh, here we go. That's a thing. I think. I'm gonna need to make 2 gearboxes, though.
People from your past that you don't always see eye to eye with, why are you just choosing your friend who gave you a leg workout? No, Charles, you idiot. He has to humble brag he knows Mark Wahlberg. Ah, you're right. I didn't even stop to think about that. Imagine it was you he picked.
4 for that.
That'd go kind of hard,
Steel.
actually. But not me. It'd be Chinese Charles.
Well, I have this speedometer that I want to connect to my system here, so I can... I guess I don't really need it, but if I don't use it, it's just going to be... I guess I could just put it here for now. 4 RPM. Damn, it's slow as shit. I want to put it here on my alternator, though. Like, near it, or connected to what it's connected to. Anyways, I guess I could put it there. That would be fine.
Bro, it's so long! It's so long!
What?
We're having soup number 5.
The video?
It's so fucking long!
I'm sorry, go back.
It's
What
so
even is
skinny.
that?
It's a bull and testicles!
It's...
He's making a fucking soup with it, but it's fucking
Okay.
Okay. I want pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want to get pizza?
Yeah, I think that's a really good plan. I can buy pizza, I think.
I have cash.
Sure.
I mean,
We
I just can't, like, cash out you money.
right.
Well, I can see if I can see if I have any from here.
Right, I need to make another sticky piston and probably another redstone repeater also. What's so funny?
Yesterday I learned about a wild Italian heist attempt
Not even was like,
where
I think I got pizza.
a group of armed men,
That
armed
reminds
to the
me of when my
gills,
ex
mind
got
you,
food poisoning while I was visiting him, and then he shitted on the toilet the entire time I was visiting.
Who?
But then I realized how weird that was, and I was like, sorry, that's so weird.
What? Yeah, I guess that's fine. So that'll become a T flip-flop. Well, no, it won't. I need it to.
I'm just like a Barack right now.
If I use a redstone.
Oh, when do we have to go pick the shit up?
Oh, yeah, in a couple minutes. It's not gonna be ready for minutes. I guess we could. Let's leave in like 3 minutes or something. Right. So first, I need to.
one guy had a bomb suit. He looked like the Juggernaut out of Modern Warfare 2. Were able to stop an armored vehicle carrying a bunch of money, and chaos erupted. There was a firefight. Miraculously, nobody was hurt in it somehow. But I can tell you, their plan went tits up real quick after they blew up the truck. It's something you have to see to believe. Now, right before I was talking about this Italian heist, learning about it, I was learning about how a dinosaur convention called DinoCon had recently just banned a ton of people that were named in the Epstein files from attending. So you're going to see a pretty interesting headline even before the Italian heist here. I'll go ahead and show you some clips of that after the heist, because that too is also fascinating, but I think the heist is probably what you're going to be most impressed by. You see the heist in Italy today in traffic with fake police cars? GTA shit.
Okay.
Find all of my 100 tips that'll make your life easier in the future. First up, how to season chili. Low fresh fruit like mango. The great tips prevent burning sensitive skin when working with chilies. Feel that spice that fingers rub it there. Squeeze.
There.
That instantly gets rid of the heat. Spice up your drinks.
There. That's much faster.
So when it comes to chilies, there's no one better to ask than chili grower Johanna Plum. She's been farming chilies from mild to fine blown for 11 years.
I eat chilies all the time, every single day.
She grows over 60 types on her farm and really knows her poblanos from her habaneros.
People think that chilies are all about heat. Actually, it's about flavour as well. Some are sweet, some are
Let's see. So I made 8.
Smells fantastic. Almost get that like smoky bacon
I need to
flavour
make.
out of it. So you can use this
Well,
slow cook. So you're eating a chili and it's
24 plus.
the best way to get
Really, I need 28.
is to drink
So I need to make
some
20 more.
protein
1,
on
2,
that make
3.
whatever you do.
I need to
Don't
make
turn
more
it into
steel.
chilies make you happy and they're also an aphrodisiac.
Did you finish your timesheet?
I did, yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. It is submitted. Yeah.
It's been discussed a billion times. It's more worn out than your grandpappy's crusty socks. Game of Thrones. There has
Nothing,
never
it's just
been a
something he
show
said.
as big of
he stuttered, he flubbed, and then he just went silent.
I can't stop scatmanning. I could edit all this out, but I'm not going to.
That was funny as fuck.
Game of Thrones.
Holy
There has
shit.
never been a
He just
franchise
stared at the
or property
camera
as
for like
big as
2
Game of
whole
Thrones that has
seconds.
had such a
Holy
colossal
shit.
fuck-up and the way that people consume content has drastically changed. So actually, they were ahead of their time. People literally watch House exclusively through YouTube Shorts, for example. Tubi still has a ton of extremely fun, bad movies like Tales of the Detroit Pig Lady. Tales of the Detroit Pig Lady? That's a Tubi original? The Detroit legend of an old woman who lives on the block. They say she resembles a pig and will appear if you say her name 3 times in a dark room. So it's Bloody Mary, but for the Detroit Pig Lady. It does have ads. Oh, okay. Let's just keep fucking lying then. Okay, so they do have ads. What happened in the League of Legends arc?
The highest I saw was
Oh man, I'll spoil this a little bit, I suppose. I made a joke a while ago, like after we won the Demacia Cup, about doing like a full documentary, and we have gone hog wild on that documentary. So we got a huge documentary coming up about our Demacia Cup win as we prep for our next clash for the Noxus Cup. So we went hard on the documentary following we found the G spot.
I would say yes, but like you couldn't like hold it up and put it anywhere. Like it would just be like either a ladder or a chair. I don't know why I just it compresses into a flat slab.
I'm supposed to go to a bank.
The bank.
Yeah, I gotta go to, yeah.
For what?
No, not in real life. Like in Minecraft. I have to go to the bank in Minecraft. Make a deposit. There's a bank pretty close by.
It's so worth it.
Yeah. I think it's this way.
I just need to go to bed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
If you're watching this, then I'm already dead. In fact, cards on the table, Charles White passed away 30 years ago, and what you've been
30, are you even, I guess he's older than
seeing
30.
is AI working the corpse like a puppet, Weekend at Bernie's style. Brock, put Charles in a bikini. This concept actually isn't that far-fetched. There's been a lot of discussion over the last 24 hours about Meta's patent on AI that can run a dead person's account,
What the
continuing
fuck?
to post and chat of a user. So the filing was granted in December, but submitted
Damn, I
in
have a lot of hair.
2023, and the language model can replicate a person's online behavior using their past data, which, again...
Jesus, I don't even, let's move on. Okay, so, let's see, I've done some editing, which I probably, the actual editing itself, I'm probably not going to put in the video, but I'll show you what I did. Let's see, let me find it. Scripts here. So I used Craft Tweaker to remove, let's open this in Visual Studio Code so it's not fucking blinding. Yeah, so I removed some items from the game. I'm trying to like create some level of balance, you know, because Mechanism's really fucking OP. I love it, but it's really fucking OP. Also the Tempad, I made that a lot harder to get. You need a beacon, tinted glass, a redstone lamp, which is actually like the items you would need in the unmodified version, I guess. But you also need a portable teleporter from Mechanism, a antimatter pellet, which is like late game Mechanism, a chorus fruit from the end, or maybe, I mean, it might be possible to get it in the overworld or the nether, I don't know. Ender alloy compression sheet, this is from, you will also have to go to the end, you'll need a shulker box. But this is also a create thing, so you need to progress and create and in Mechanism. You also need a netherite ingot, which means you need to go hang out in the nether for a while. I think this is pretty balanced. I mean, the Tempad is fucking OP as shit. And yes, I could just teleport via journey map, but I'm not going to do that. Well, I got rid of these items. Right, so the blast furnace. I need to see if that is going to be a problem. I got rid of the blast furnace because I wanted it so that the only way to get a steel ingot from steel dust is by using like a create fan that like blows lava, hot air, but that falls under blasting like when I remove the recipe. So instead of getting rid of that, I just got rid of the blast furnace. I wonder if that makes any sense at all. I'm pretty sure I was still working on the boiler. I was working on steel. More steel. Okay, so let me draw up. Right now I've made it so that in order to make steel, you need a metallurgic infuser. Well, okay. I mean, I already have it, so it's inconsequential to me, but I think I want to either delete this or, yeah, I think I want to get rid of this altogether. I want you to be like the player, i.e. me or whoever would play this in the future, to be forced to make an alternator. There is no other way to make power without first making a metallurgic infuser and an alternator. That is what I want. So to do that, I just got rid of it. I shouldn't have done that. Because okay, so CT hand, and then that gives me all of that item. So copy that, and then I want to open this. Right, right. So in here, and then crafting table dot remove parenthesis, and then paste that. So then this will remove the recipe for what the item that I'm holding right now, which means now the only way to get that item, well, let me reload. Okay. Oh, I know why. Yeah. I forgot to put that fella, the semicolon. I think that's what that's called. So now reload. Okay. Yeah, so if I type in, if I click on this, yeah, now, like, you see, whatever. Yeah, so I can't craft that anymore, which would have meant that I would need to make this and that. It doesn't really matter which order, because, I mean, the only way to power this now is with that. Early game. I'm working on a boiler, in my room down here. And eventually this will be what powers my machines, because it's going to generate a lot more electricity. I'm probably going to make, I don't know, like, well, I'm going to hook this up to, I guess, a resistive heater or something, because the boiler needs to be heated up, right? I need to pee. Right, so I don't remember how to spell metallurgic, it doesn't matter. That plus, I'll just put mechanism actually. Well, no, I want, okay. Yeah, meta, it's 2 L's. URGIC, metallurgic infuser plus the alternator equals, you have to progress create to get the alternator. And you have to progress mechanism to get the metallurgic infuser. Now, the metallurgic infuser is like the very first thing you make, pretty much. But you can't power it without the alternator, so you have to progress both create and mechanism. Arguably create much more, which is fine. Not that much more. In the case of this world, you can buy brass, so really the hardest thing to get would be magnets, and I cheated to get those because I'm a bitch, but whatever. So with these, you can get steel, among other things, and with steel you can get a boiler. You can also get you can get an osmium compressor. Which can then get you refined obsidian. Right. So there's this other mod called this Protection Pixel. It adds some cool armor. I like this armor. I want it to be required to get this before you can get the mechanism armor. The thing is, there's a lot of different armor sets in this, so I think I need to incorporate this device here somehow. Okay, so so the armor load platform and the combustion reactor. I guess there's not really an easy way to make it so that you have to make, so in mechanism, there's a terminal that you can use to
upgrade. Here we go, the modification station. So I think instead of a chest, I'm gonna make it so you need this, the armor load platform. It would be cool if I could somehow. Well, okay, I want to play the game. So for now, I'm gonna just make. Okay, this is super cheap to make. This is also pretty cheap to make. You don't even need an actual like blaze in there. You just need an empty blaze burner. I guess it might be possible to, and I think wow, instead of a netherite helmet, or perhaps instead of, that's an interesting idea. What if I made it so you had to make 4 different pieces of that? So, how many are there? There's a lot. I know that. So I'll have to select which ones you need to make.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, this is what I did. Oh, well, I'm kind of in the way. Yeah, so this is what I did. This is what I'm deciding. Right, so the boiler. I need to move this back. I guess I could just leave this like this. Nah. I like me right here. Right here is good. I could make the refined obsidian armor. That would be really good. Wow, yeah, it is really good. It's pretty fucking piss easy to make, too. It's just obsidian and osmium. The main thing is osmium. I'm basically out of that. And there's not an osmium store. I have to go mining for that. Which is not very fun. Okay, so what are we missing down here? What are we missing? I need to make 4 pressure dispersers. 4 pressure dispersers and put them up here. And I need 2 more pieces of glass. Okay, I think that's it. Right, I just got iron. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I'm out of steel again. Okay. How are we doing on coal? We got plenty of coal. Enrichment chamber, 1, 2, 3, 4. So to make the structural glass, it's 4 of those. So I think that's it. Maybe I'll incorporate this into the chest plate. I guess it doesn't really make any sense because it's like just electric, it just has batteries, but I guess you already have to, well, no wait, you don't, yeah, you don't use that to craft anything, so why is YouTube not loading? I'm connected to the internet 9 minutes ago. Oh shit. Did YouTube just get hacked? Oh fuck. It does seem like it's not just a me thing. Huh. As of 7:40 p.m. Central Standard Time, February 17th, 2026, YouTube is down. Has been for at least a half hour, if not more. I've been playing Minecraft, so I didn't notice until I tried restarting or refreshing the page. Which means I need yet more steel. Well, I would want to put it there and then put.
Oh, it's hot.
Hot? What are you eating?
Brownie.
Broccoli?
Yeah,
Brownie?
brownie.
Brownie.
That's the orange one. Do you want one?
I'll try one.
Well, it doesn't seem like YouTube is down exactly. Huh. Wait, how old is this video? Oh, 20 hours ago. Oh shit. Yeah, this is... Huh.
Welcome back, everybody! Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now is a representative in the Texas State House who is currently running for the United States Senate. Please welcome to the Late Show YouTube page, Representative James Tallarico.
Apparently YouTube and Google are like down right now. Yeah. Well, well, it's a little more complicated than that because I'm watching a YouTube video, but like you can't access the homepage and like there's no suggestions and shit. It's all fucked up.
I did an act of the show that's on tonight
People think it's
explaining
because of
why.
this video that I'm
It's
watching,
not the
which
first
is
time
like
we've caused some drama.
it's this guy. It's the late night show, and it's this guy, and I guess maybe he's confronting Christian nationalism or something, and that's like, you know, they don't want that. They don't want you confronting.
You should be confronting your 22 gigabytes of Minecraft RAM usage.
What about it?
FCC opening probe into The View after appearance by Tallarico. Do you mean to cause trouble?
I think that Donald Trump is worried that we're about to flip Texas.
Already like this guy. Already like this guy.
And Stephen, this is the party that ran against cancel culture. And now they're trying to control what we watch, what we say, what we read. And this is the most dangerous kind of cancel culture, the kind that comes from the top. They went after The View because I went on there. They went after Jimmy Kimmel for telling a joke they didn't like. They went after you for telling the truth about Paramount's bribe to Donald Trump. Corporate media executives are selling out the First Amendment to curry favor with corrupt politicians. And a threat to any of our First Amendment rights is a threat to all of our First Amendment rights. So I'm real thankful.
To fact check you, my network said our cancellation was a purely financial decision.
Got it.
And
yes.
I remain very grateful for the last 11 years. Now, you grew up in Texas.
I did.
Here you are.
I did.
There you are. You can prove it. They give you the adult boots as a child, and you're supposed to just grow into them. I understand.
That's right.
You served in the Texas House, and now you're running for Senate. The race, frankly, should not be as interesting as it is. Donald Trump won Texas by 14%. Why do you think this year Texas is considered a possibility by Democrats?
Well, I'm an 8th generation Texan. My family has been in our state since it was Mexico. And across...
Wow.
So you're going to get deported, is what you're saying.
Across the state, there is a backlash growing to the extremism and the corruption in our politics. And I have traveled every corner of Texas already, from El Paso to Beaumont, from Amarillo to Brownsville. And we've had thousands of Texans showing up to rally with us. And I can't tell you the number of people who come up to me at the end of these events and whisper, "I'm not a Democrat," like it's some kind of secret. And we've recruited 14,000 volunteers who are out there doing the work all over our state. We have this is one of the most exciting parts. We have shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a dime from corporate PACs. And so this
Wow.
is really It's a people-powered movement to take back our state and take back our country. And I feel like we're building something really special in Texas, and clearly Donald Trump has taken note.
Now, one of the things that's come up in some of the conversations you've had on the Texas State House floor, which some of the videos I've seen you do, and one of the things that's gotten you attention out there is that you are a Presbyterian seminarian. Presently?
Yes.
Seminary? Okay.
Pretty good. I just made an image of how I'm gonna modify. Well, let me find it. Here we go. So I'm gonna change how you craft mechanism armor by incorporating this other mod that's like a create add-on that adds create themed power armor. That's really cool. There's like 8 different sets you can craft, or maybe 16, I think, because you can upgrade like a base set that's made of brass into like a higher tier, and that's the tier that you use to make the mechanism armor.
You're combining it with create.
Right, exactly, yes. Right now I'm just working on a boiler in my basement. Well, I guess sub-level basement too.
You should work on a furnace in Vincent's basement.
Right. I've got this cool secret door thing. Check this out. Look. Yeah. I need to get glowstone and I need to get osmium, but this is the actual boiler. It's done. It's a 4x4x5.
Can I move chair back?
I've made it. I've removed some stuff too. I've made it so that, like, the only way to power mechanism machines, like in the very beginning, is by making an alternator. Like, you have to progress create.
Oh.
Yeah, like you have to make an alternator in order to power. Like, you can't make the fuel wood generator. You can't make. You also can't make windmills, but you would need a metallurgic infuser for that.
What is the first form of power gen, I guess, that you can do? The turbine in mechanism? Sorry, the first, like, mechanism form of power gen.
Well, I guess technically it would be a solar panel, because you only need the metallurgic infuser for that. But I'm debating getting rid of those two, because I don't know if you need them for, like, I know that you do need. Okay, there is a solar. There is a I might. Okay, bye. Oh, the brownies.
Wait, I wanna come see.
I might. If there's a way to make it so you can't place it down, I might do that. What the fuck? There's just a villager here. What a goofy guy. It's raw. No, not really. Yeah, but I don't know. To be honest, that orange brownie was kind of enough for me right now. I don't really want a whole lot of brownie. I mean, how high up am I? I feel like I'm pretty high up.
Okay, the right attempts to co-opt Christianity, to say that you can't believe in God, you can't believe in God. I think Donald Trump had said something like that at the National Prayer Breakfast. You can't actually be a Christian and be a Democrat. But the religious right is it's largely a political movement that references spirituality, but it's a political. What is your heartfelt hand out to the people who want to use religion as a tool of political power?
Well, for 50 years, the religious right, a political movement, that's the perfect description for it. They convinced a lot of our fellow Christians that the most important issues were abortion and gay marriage. Two issues that aren't mentioned in the Bible, two issues that Jesus never talked about. Jesus in Matthew 25 tells us exactly how you and I and every one of our fellow believers, how we're going to be judged and how we're going to be saved. By feeding the hungry, by healing the sick, by welcoming the stranger. Nothing about going to church, nothing about voting Republican. It was all about how you treat other people. I've said before, don't tell me what you believe, show me how you treat other people and I'll tell you what you believe. And I think in our faith, we've got to get back to those fundamentals. My granddad was a Baptist preacher in South Texas. And when I was little, he told me that Christianity is a simple religion. Not an easy religion, he would always clarify, but a simple religion because Jesus gave us two commandments: love God and love neighbor. And there was no exception to that second commandment. Love thy neighbor regardless of race or gender or sexual orientation or immigration status or religious affiliation. And it's why I have fought so hard for the separation of church and state in the state capitol in Texas, because...
Well, I want to ask you about that.
Yeah, please.
Because you did, as a state rep, you fought against a bill requiring the Ten Commandments to be displayed in schools.
That's right.
Why, even on that level, do you think it's important to keep the separation, not just for the state, but for the church?
Well, because we are called to love all of our neighbors, including our Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, agnostic, atheist neighbors, and forcing our religion down
Oh,
their
you're talking
throats is
to...
not love. And it's why I have fought. It's why I fought so hard for that sacred separation in our First Amendment, because my granddad, he raised me to believe that that boundary between church and state doesn't just benefit the state or our democracy, although it certainly does, but it also benefits the church. Because when the church gets too cozy with
Yeah, I'm in the
power,
nether. I'm trying to get
it
glowstone.
loses its prophetic voice, its ability to speak truth to power, its ability to imagine a completely different world. And so this separation between church and state is something we have to safeguard. It's something we have to fight for. And I think we need someone in the U.S. Senate who is going to confront Christian nationalism and tell the truth, which is that there is nothing Christian about Christian nationalism. It is the worship of power in the name of Christ. And it is a betrayal of Jesus of Nazareth. And I just want to thank you, Stephen, because I know you're not a politician, but you have really shown people in this country what Christianity should be and what it means to actually live out the teachings of Jesus, even in a talk show.
Well, I'm going to push back a little bit on that. That's very nice of you to say. I would never lay that compliment to myself, because I think I fall far short of what my standards
Far
would be.
short.
But I will agree with you on this. I think that it is bad for certainly my church or any religious organization to associate themselves with a political party. How must it diminish God to be associated with something so small as a present political party? Because imagine this. Imagine that you managed to co-opt Christianity. Imagine if you managed to convince everybody that Jesus was on your side. If you then lose the election, sounds like you've got a pretty weak Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's the key, is you don't want to fit the big thing into the small thing. And God is the biggest thing there is. And so to try to fit God into a political party, whether it's the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, you've got it reversed. And so it's why I think we have to remember to put those big things first, to put the love of God and the love for our neighbors before anything else. Because right now, what you've got is people baptizing their partisanship and calling that Christianity, when in reality, your politics should grow out of your faith, not the other way around.
Now, There's been some attention on your race in recent weeks after a TikToker that you met in person says that you privately said to them, and I want to get this quote and they attribute to you, right? This person says, you said, I signed up originally to run against a mediocre black man, not a formidable and intelligent black woman. Supposedly in reference to Colin Allred being the black man, and you've denied this. Okay. You denied that you ever said that. That's correct. Okay. Allred continues to talk about it, even though he's no longer running for the Senate, correct?
Right.
So where does that stand? How do you, as someone who
That's a lot of
this person
glowstone.
says it's about
That's
you,
a
you say it
fuckload
didn't
of
happen,
glowstone.
how do you imagine this gets adjudicated, and what would you like to say?
Should be
Yeah, I mean,
plenty for
we know
now.
that misinformation spreads on the internet, and it's sometimes like a game of telephone. As I said in my statement, I did critique Colin Allred's campaigning as mediocre, but I would never attack him on the basis of race. I respect Colin Allred deeply, even though we have disagreements on the best way to campaign and the best way to win Texas. My job in this moment is to try to lower the temperature, is to try to remind us that we are all on the same team, trying to change the politics of our state and change the politics of our country, because we are seeing the consequences of losing elections as we speak. And we have a moral imperative to win in November in Texas and to win across this country, because that's how we're going to get things back on track. And so I know things get tense in a primary. I know stuff flies around. I understand that. But I'm trying to get us all to keep our eyes on the prize, which is remembering we're on the same team and getting out there, doing the organizing work so that we can win in November.
Have you spoken to Colin Allred?
I have. I call them after all this stuff came out and everything started to blow up, just to reiterate what I said in my statement, that I do respect him. I don't want to reveal anything in a private conversation, but I hope that he and I walked away with a better understanding of each other.
Now, you're serving in Texas House of Representatives. You've had your fair share of strange days. I understand you had to weigh in on legislation about, and I hope I'm reading this correctly, furries.
I did.
Now, I know what furries are, and is that the same furries that I do not use my work computer to search for?
That's right. Yeah, when I ran for public office, I never thought I'd be talking about furries in this job. But my Republican colleagues in the state legislature, they were promoting an internet hoax that Texas public school students were identifying as cats.
Yes.
And
I heard
and
the
that,
story.
Yes.
I read the story.
And that the schools were providing litter boxes to those students. I know.
My understanding is it's not just Texas; it's everywhere in the United States.
It's an epidemic.
Biden,
what I hear.
Biden signed a law that that had to happen.
Yes, forcing litter boxes in every classroom.
Yes.
Anyway, they decided to write a bill to combat this completely made-up problem, and it fell to me as a member of the Public Education Committee to question the author of that bill. And so I just asked him a pretty simple question: has there been a single documented case of a school providing a litter box to students? And he couldn't name one. And this video went everywhere. You can look it up online.
So the law was working.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. He actually kind of said something similar to that. His response was that this law is to prevent that from ever happening.
Oh, I understand.
Which I guess
Sure.
that's true. But anyway, there is a point to this craziness. They want us talking about furries and bathrooms, so we don't realize that they are picking our pockets, that they are closing our schools, they are gutting our health care, and they are raising taxes on all of us while they cut taxes for their billionaire donors. The culture wars are a smokescreen, because the real fight in this country is not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being the first guest to ever appear only on YouTube.
I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you.
Representative James Tallarico, everybody.
Yep. Much to the chagrin of a lot of people in power, the conversation around Jeffrey Epstein doesn't seem to be fizzling out anytime soon. Dirty work. Now, maybe if they were using the superior editing program Sony Vegas, they would have been able to you know, get away with it more effectively, because Sony Vegas probably doesn't even have metadata, it's so fucking archaic. But they went into Adobe Premiere, spliced this together, and then sent it as raw when it is not raw. It is edited. That is, like, legitimately, by all possible definitions,
I don't think
lie.
so. Well,
Even though Bongino said, no, you're gonna get the raw, so you know there's no shenanigans. But all we get is shenanigans.
Yes, maybe
I'll
you
have a bite of the cheesecake brownie, I think.
didn't do anything with it. But it kind of ruins the whole chain of evidence. Wired actually quotes a professor of UC Berkeley whose research focuses on digital forensics. He has testified in numerous court cases, and he says, if a lawyer brought me this file and asked if it was suitable for court, I'd say no, go back to the source, do it right. Do a direct export from the original system, no monkey business.
It's actually scary just how blatant this corruption is. For years, they have talked about the Epstein list and the blackmail. It is something that everybody knows exists. Like, there is endless amounts of evidence to suggest its legitimacy. Yet now, all of a sudden, they're
I'm
like,
from
that's not
7
real.
months.
No, that's just fictitious. That's like fucking Santa Claus's list right there. That's not real. No naughty
Right.
list. No Jeffrey
I need.
Epstein list.
Alright, I guess we're going
Jeffrey Epstein's not even a
mining.
real person. That's just a made-up fairy tale. Like, it's,
I want to make.
they haven't gone that far.
Well,
with that
I need
claim, but
osmium
like
for
I said
that.
last time, I feel like we're not
So
far off from them just trying to deny Jeffrey Epstein ever even existed, trying to scrub him from from the history books here. But like, they are actively just not even trying to make this believable. They are so confident that they will not be held accountable that they don't even bother to do even the slightest amount of elbow grease to convince anyone to believe them. And they're right, like, nothing's happening to them. They are covering up for one of the biggest pedophiles in history that implicates some of the most powerful people across the globe. And they are sweeping it under the rug. There have been no arrests made, and it doesn't seem like they're pursuing it at all. Caroline even just recently said that they're not, like, releasing anything in regards to it because of, like, how graphic and gross all of it is.
What do you tell MAGA supporters who say...
I mean, it
anyone
definitely
involved
is
in
pretty
Jeffrey Epstein's
graphic.
alleged crimes
No
to be held
denying
accountable?
that.
This administration wants anyone who has ever committed a crime to be held accountable, and they put out a memo in conclusion of that review. There was material they did not release because, frankly, it was incredibly graphic and it contained child pornography, which is not something that's appropriate for public consumption. But they committed to an exhaustive investigation. That's what they did, and they provided the results of that. That's transparency.
Oh, they provided the results of that? How many people went to jail, Caroline? I must have missed that update. Were there a lot of bad guys that got locked up here? Oh man, that's huge. I feel like more people should know that. Can you share who all got arrested from all of the Epstein investigations? This vile worm tries to say that nothing's going to get released, and I guess nothing's going to happen to anyone that was incriminated here, because a lot of it was not fit for public consumption. Fucking weirdo, no one's asking you to, like, share the videos or anything like that. But you are saying that you have this evidence, and you're doing nothing with it. And we know there is a list of clients and a lot of people that engaged with it. Fucking arrest them! What the public deserves is that you will follow through with your duty of arresting these evil people that you have unbelievable amounts of evidence on, which is not happening. This is the furthest thing from transparency.
Well, thank you. Is okay. Are you gonna eat all of this?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not.
Oh,
I told you I was only gonna have a bite.
I didn't believe you.
Okay. It's alright. I don't hate that. Not my favorite, but. Oh, sweet amethyst. I need that.
Unless he's trying to argue that this cover-up is so blatant,
I love
obvious, and
you.
terrible that everyone can...
I mean, yeah. You should have found. You should have tried to find like real life Peter Griffin or something. Let's get this farty sharded. Ha! I mean, obviously they do, bro. We're back. I should really change my shirt. I'm trying something. There's something I'm trying to see if it'll work. So far, so good, but we will see. Come on. I know you can do it. Uh-oh. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's funny, because, I mean, it's not really, like, a content mod. Oh, here we go! Fuck yeah! Woo! Dude, check this shit out! This is awesome! Oh, wow, that's really loud. Wow, even still. Dude, that's fucking sick. Holy shit. Fancy menu. Right, I do want to change how, like, the layout is, I guess. Man, I can't believe that is working, to be honest. So this version of the mod is actually... Well, the mod at all is Fabric. It's a Fabric mod. But I'm not running Fabric, I'm running Forge. I'm using Sintra Connector, among other things. And it's also a beta version. It's not even like a mod, it's a mod pack, actually, that I just kind of shoved into. Dude, I did not think that was gonna work. That's awesome. The next thing I want to do is make the main menu look better. You know, I mean, obviously the background is fine. I don't want to change the background, but the buttons are too tiny. I want them to be larger. I like that. Yeah, so I guess let's restart the game and make sure that it does that again. I kind of want to change the word Minecraft to what the name of this mod pack will eventually be called, which I'm debating on. So I guess I don't really have a name yet, but
Everything happening with the Jeffrey Epstein case gets more and more unfathomable by the day. It's like the plot to Moonfall, how it just continuously gets more insane as it goes. We are now looking at the possibility that Ghislaine Maxwell might potentially receive a pardon of some kind. You know, the co-conspirator to Jeffrey Epstein, the most notorious sex trafficker, pedophile in the world, his partner, by the way, the only person to ever face any repercussions for their involvement in Epstein's crimes, is potentially looking at a pardon.
This is the most important video you are ever going to watch, and it's why I'm here on screen talking to you today. Because humanity has lost the fight against climate change. These were the words of renowned environmentalist David Suzuki, and they sent shockwaves around the world in July 2025 when he spoke them. And I'm afraid it gets worse. Carl Sagan, an American scientist, said extinction is the rule. Survival is the exception. So yes, he said, we will go extinct. The only question is when and not if. I find it hard to believe that humans will still populate the planet by 2100. And if you think that's bad, wait till you hear this one. Michael Dowd said, I think half or more of the human population, that's 3 to 5 billion people, will likely starve within 16 months of the first multi-breadbasket failure. Most likely this decade. Truthfully, I would rather tell you differently. I'd love to talk about some sort of climate silver bullet that can bring us back from the edge of the cliff, but I don't think that exists. And I didn't really want to make this video if I'm honest with you, but I felt like I had to say something in response to all those words. You know, I have a channel called Astrum Earth. It would be remiss not to talk about what's actually happening here on Earth. And this one's a little bit different, as I'm sure you may have noticed. This feels like way too an important conversation not to have eye to eye, so that's what we're going to do in this video, you and I having a conversation. I want this to be your all-encompassing guide to climate change. And we're going to look at where we're really at. And fair warning, this ain't going to be pretty. You're going to get angry. I mean, geez, I'm angry. I'm outraged. Whatever the right word is, I feel it too, and I'm right here with you on this strange journey we're about to embark upon. I feel like I should say now, please don't hate me during this. Be angry at why it's been allowed to happen. Feel free, shout in the comments, rage at policymakers, be pissed off. Please, we all are. This video is based not on my opinions or anyone here at Astrum Earth's, but in true Astrum Earth style, this is based on science. All right, let's get into it. I'm James Stewart and you're watching Astrum Earth. In this video, I'm going to show you every single chance humanity had to stop climate collapse and how we blew every single one. We'll explore the latest climate data to see whether David Suzuki's claims are backed up, and we'll confront the ultimate question. Have we truly lost the fight against climate change? So first things first, you may be wondering how we got here. So let's start by looking at all the times the world has come together to successfully unite on fighting climate change and save humanity. Yeah, it makes for short reading that, doesn't it? Actually, it makes for no reading at all. So instead, let's look at all the times we could have saved the world. Yeah, I've set up a handy counter in the corner of the screen so you can keep track. Back in the 1970s and 1980s, there weren't any conferences or meetings of world leaders to talk about climate change at all. Then, as science caught up, the UN sort of decided it would be a good idea to have some policies or agreements that sought to regulate our changing world. Enter the IPCC, or Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. It was set up in 1988 to provide scientific assessment on climate change for policymakers. And I bet all those policymakers were thrilled. They set up some other fancy-sounding groups too, like the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, which is a bit of a mouthful, or UNFCCC, which is the treaty that provides the framework for international climate action. They also started hosting COPs, or Conference of the Parties, which are the annual meetings you may have seen hit the news every year, in which countries that are parties to the treaty gather to make decisions, or at least they're supposed to. And by the end of this video, you'll see why every one of those meetings failed, and why actually the most dangerous decade to be alive is the one we're living in right now. It wouldn't be until 1992 that one of those UN acronyms came to fruition, and at the UNFCCC, parties agreed to stabilise greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere at a level that would prevent dangerous anthropogenic interference with the climate system. Chance number one to save the world went about as well as you might expect. In the subsequent years, the planet did actually cool down, but not due to government action, but because of a huge volcanic eruption. With little human progress made, just 5 years later, another meeting was held. The Kyoto Protocol, which, although adopted in 1997, due to a complex ratification process, didn't enter into force until 2005. Who needs urgency anyway? Its main purpose was to commit 37 industrialized nations to cut their greenhouse gas emissions by an average of 5% below 1990 levels by 2008 to 2012, with, by the way, no mention of temperature limitations. You can probably see where this is going. Fear not, because there was another agreement in 2010, of course there was, the Cancun Agreement. Maybe this could be the one. Now this really was the first time temperature levels were mentioned, and an agreement was formalised to limit the increase in global average temperature to below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. However, during this time, research continued to show, unsurprisingly, that for some countries and vulnerable ecosystems, the risk of grave damage rapidly increases at less than 2 degrees Celsius of warming. So yeah, another miss. Now, here's the good stuff, because in 2015, nearly the entire world, 195 odd nations, came together at the United Nations held International Climate Meeting, or COP21, to sign the Paris Agreement. And that date in December 2015 should have been remembered as the day the human race came together and saved the world. Now, up to this point, you could argue the world didn't really understand the scale of the problem. But after this next meeting in Paris, that excuse disappears completely. The Paris Agreement aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius by the end of the century, and pursue efforts to keep warming within the safer limit of 1.5 degrees Celsius. And I don't think I need to tell you what happened here, do I? Once again, owing to self-interest, economic inequalities, and some would say downright greed. Spoiler alert, current end of century predictions place us at 3.5 to 4 degrees of warming. Now, hilariously, I'm also recording this hot on the heels of the most recent COP30 in Brazil took place recently, and once again, they failed to cut fossil fuels. Great work, everyone. Great trip. Love that. Now, in any conversation about climate change, you'll notice the figure 1.5 degrees Celsius is rarely far from the discussion. But what does this actually mean? Because it doesn't sound like a huge number, does it? So what's all the fuss about? 1.5 degrees Celsius above what? Well, the answer is a wholly unsatisfactory average. We usually define it as the average global temperature over the pre-industrial period, or the time before the increase in atmospheric greenhouse gases due to human emissions began to significantly influence global temperatures. For instance, the September 2023 global surface temperature was 1.44 degrees above average, specifically the average September of the 20th century. But it's not always that simple, because we don't make it easy for ourselves. The definition of which years make up this pre-industrial period varies. Most historians would define the dates of the Industrial Revolution between the mid-1700s and the mid-1800s, but scientific definitions of pre-industrial typically cover some ranges of decades between 1850 and 1900. Now, that's not because scientists are terrible at history, but because that's the earliest time period with widespread, consistent surface temperature records to go off. Without getting too bogged down in the technicalities, the crucial takeaway really here is that industrial versus pre-industrial is actually about the human impact on our climate, and how scientists can distinguish that from natural variability going back thousands of years. Which brings us back to the big question: who decided 1.5 was going to be the magic number? The Paris Agreement was the only time everyone agreed to an actual number for the global warming limit. That's it. We sort of have no other benchmark but that 1.5 degrees. As a direct result of the Paris Agreement, the IPCC put together a special report in 2018, in which they warned global warming is likely to reach 1.5 degrees between 2030 and 2052, if it continues to increase at the current rate. Okay, good news, it's still 2018 at this point, remember, there's still time to act. So, did we listen to that warning? What do you reckon? Well, in its 6th assessment report, the AR6, released in parts from 2021 through to 2023, the IPCC said if we wanted to limit warming to 1.5 degrees, then global CO2 emissions would need to peak by 2025 at the latest, and then fall by 43% in time for 2030. That's relative to 2019 levels. And methane emissions will then need to drop by about a third in the same time frame. Now, here's a good bit, because I'm here. This is the future. It's early 2026 as I record this. They've had so many chances to sort this out. Oh, they wouldn't let us down, would they? Surely not. Up until this point, everything...
It's depressing, man. It's just fucking depressing.
Saturn is easily the most recognizable planet in our solar system, and some of its moons are the most famous too. Titan, Enceladus, and Rhea all move like clockwork in an elegant dance around this ringed giant. But out in the far reaches of Saturn's gravitational influence, millions of kilometers from the planet, prowls an object that does not belong. It is dark, scarred, and solitary. It moves backwards, crashing against the flow of the rest of the system. It is a time capsule from an era when the giant planets migrated and the solar system tore itself apart. This is a world of landslides, of frozen carbon dioxide, and a hidden ring of dust so massive it dwarfs Saturn itself. It is a moon that shouldn't be there, a visitor snatched by Saturn's gravity and held prisoner for 4 billion years. This is Phoebe. I'm Alex McColgan, and you're watching Astrum. Join me today as we journey to the edge of Saturn's domain to unravel the secrets of its darkest, most mysterious moon. The story of Phoebe begins with a quiet revolution. For thousands of years, astronomy was limited by what is possible to see with the human eye. First astronomers used the naked eye, and then in the early 1600s, the invention of the telescope revolutionized what it was possible to see. But it wasn't until the 19th The dry plate photographic revolution changed everything. For the first time, astronomers could leave a camera shutter open for hours, allowing light to accumulate on glass plates, revealing objects thousands of times fainter than what Galileo or Cassini could have ever dreamed of observing themselves. In 1898, a team from the Harvard College Observatory, led by William Henry Pickering, set up an outpost in the thin, dry air of Arequipa, Peru. Using the 24-inch Bruce telescope, they began a deep photographic survey of the southern sky. The work was tedious. The glass plates were shipped back to Cambridge, Massachusetts, where they were pored over by computers, human analysts using magnifying loupes to spot new objects on the plates. Then, in 1899,
so basically I am
plates taken the
way below
August when he found a speck.
Where I should be.
Magnitude 15.5, roughly 4,000 times fainter than the limit of the naked eye. But what was most fascinating about this object was that it moved. Pickering traced its path across multiple nights. The stars stayed fixed. Saturn moved, but this speck moved with Saturn, yet not like the other moons we already knew of. On the 18th of March 1899, he announced the discovery of Phoebe. It was a landmark moment, the first natural satellite in history to be discovered not by direct observation, but by an image on a photographic plate. As astronomers tracked Phoebe in the early 20th century, the excitement of discovery turned into confusion. Phoebe wasn't just far away, it was wrong. The solar system has rules. Because everything formed from the same spinning disk of gas, the planets and their moons almost universally spin and orbit in the same direction, counterclockwise or prograde. Phoebe breaks this law. It orbits Saturn clockwise, in the opposite direction to the planet's rotation and the other moons. This is known as a retrograde orbit. Now, when we find a moon orbiting backwards, we know one thing with absolute certainty. It did not form there. If Phoebe had formed from the dust surrounding the infant Saturn, the drag from the gas cloud would have forced it into a prograde orbit. A retrograde orbit is a smoking gun, pointing to a very violent history. It means Phoebe is an immigrant, a captured object that formed elsewhere and was ensnared by Saturn's gravity. And the distance of this moon is staggering. Phoebe orbits at a mean distance of nearly 13 million kilometers from Saturn. That is nearly 4 times further out than Iapetus, and almost a quarter of the distance from the Sun to Mercury. It takes 550 days, about 18 months, for Phoebe to complete a single lonely lap around the ring planet. It's so far out that, from the surface of Phoebe, you would not be able to see the rings of Saturn with the naked eye. All you would see is the glare of a tiny but bright planet in the night sky. Because it is so far from its host planet, Phoebe went uninvestigated for nearly a century. Even Voyager 2, which flew through the system in 1981, only saw it as a jagged, dark blob from 2.2 million kilometers away. We knew it was there. We knew it was weird, but we didn't know what it was. That changed with Cassini. When mission planners were designing the trajectory for the Cassini spacecraft, they realized they had a unique problem. To enter orbit around Saturn, Cassini had to brake. This meant approaching the planet from the outside in. They realized that, on this arrival leg, before the critical engine burn that would trap the probe in Saturn's gravity, they could pass by Phoebe. It was a one-shot chance to get a close-up look at this elusive moon. The encounter had to happen on the 11th of June 2004, 19 days before orbital insertion, because once Cassini fired its engines and settled into the inner system, that was it. It would never have the fuel to go back to Phoebe or match its backward speed. For a few frantic hours, the dark moon filled the cameras, transforming from a dot into a complex world. The relative velocity of the flyby was a staggering 5.8 kilometers per second. And then, Phoebe was gone, receding into the darkness. It's incredible to think how much work and planning went into a flyby like this. Hundreds, if not thousands of scientists planned and prepped for quite literally decades to make this happen. Now, I'm not quite comparing making an Astrum video to launching a probe halfway across the solar system, but they do take a lot of work to create. And without our amazing group of astronauts over on Patreon, we wouldn't be able to make as many as we do. If you want to be a part of this community that helps keep Astrum running, and not to mention get the chance to watch all our videos not only early but completely ad-free, then scan this QR code. Or
Weird.
You can even get a personal shout out from me, or have your name added to the rockets at the end of our videos. Hopefully that's at least nearly
Very
as exciting
weird.
as these pictures of Phoebe. The images Cassini beamed back revealed a world that looked nothing like its siblings. Phoebe is roughly spherical, about 213 kilometers across, but it looks absolutely beaten. It is dark, with an albedo of just 10%, making it as black as asphalt. Cassini's cameras mapped the surface in detail, revealing the crater saturation and brightness variations. Spectrometers analyzed the surface composition, detecting water ice, carbon dioxide, iron-bearing minerals, and signatures consistent with primitive carbonaceous materials found in meteorites expected in outer solar system bodies. Dominating the surface is the Jason crater, a massive impact basin 101 kilometers wide, nearly half the diameter of the moon itself. The fact that Phoebe survived such a hit is not only astonishing, it tells us it is a solid body and not a loose pile of rubble like some asteroids we've been visiting. But the most striking features were the landslides. Gravity on Phoebe is weak, but strong enough that when meteorites strike, they destabilize the crater walls. Cassini saw bright, white streaks where the dark surface material had slumped away. Phoebe isn't a rock, it's a dirty ice ball. It is an ice-rich body coated in a thin veneer of dark dust, perhaps only a few hundred meters thick. The true nature of Phoebe was hidden in its density. By measuring how much the moon tugged on Cassini during the flyby, scientists calculated its density to be about 1.63 grams per centimeter cube. This is the key. Saturn's regular moons are mostly pure, porous ice, about 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Phoebe is much denser, implying it is around 53 to 67% rock. This density is similar to Pluto and Triton. It suggests that Phoebe is a planetary embryo, a world that started to differentiate, separating into a rocky core and an icy mantle, but was stopped sometime in its development. The chemical fingerprint confirmed it. Cassini spectrometers detected carbon dioxide trapped in the surface rocks. On the inner moons, volatile CO2 would have boiled away eons ago. Its presence here confirms that Phoebe formed in the deep freeze of the outer solar system, far beyond the orbit of Neptune, a survivor from the Kuiper Belt that found its way to Saturn and got caught up in its gravitational pull. And Phoebe's story doesn't end with its capture. For billions of years, this dark moon has been subjected to a relentless rain of micrometeoroids. Every tiny impact blasts a little bit of that dark surface material into space. Because Phoebe's gravity is so weak, this dust escapes easily, entering a retrograde orbit around Saturn. Over billions of years, this dust has accumulated into a structure that remained hidden from humanity until 2009.
Doesn't
Using
really matter.
the Spitzer Space Telescope,
Oops, fuck.
astronomers discovered the Phoebe ring. And it is enormous. This ring is invisible to the naked eye, but in infrared, it glows. It spans from 6 million to 16 million kilometers from the planet. You could fit roughly 1 billion Earths within its volume, and if you could see it from Earth, it would be the width of 2 full moons in our sky. It is the largest ring in the solar system, and Phoebe orbits right in its heart. But the dust particles within it are spread extraordinarily thin, making it virtually invisible in reflected sunlight. Spitzer could only detect it by sensing the faint thermal glow emitted by the sparse dust grains themselves. Crucially, this gigantic ring is tilted by 27 degrees relative to Saturn's main flat ring plane, perfectly matching the inclination of Phoebe's own orbit. It also shares Phoebe's retrograde motion. The ring's composition, inferred from its infrared signature, is consistent with the dark, primitive material making up Phoebe's surface. The source was confirmed. Micrometeoroid impacts on Phoebe are in fact generating this vast, diffuse halo of dust. This discovery solved one of the oldest mysteries in astronomy. In 1671, Giovanni Cassini discovered the moon Iapetus and noticed it had a yin-yang appearance, one hemisphere as white as snow, the other black as coal. Well, now we know. Phoebe orbits retrograde or clockwise, while Iapetus orbits prograde or counterclockwise. As the dark dust from the Phoebe ring spirals inward towards the planet, it slams head-on into the leading face of Iapetus. Phoebe is effectively spray painting its neighbor from millions of kilometers away, like an interstellar Banksy, creating the stark contrast that puzzled astronomers for 300 years. But how did this dark, dusty moon, born far beyond Neptune, end up at Saturn, so much closer to the Sun? The leading theory, known as the Nice model, suggests that 4 billion years ago, the giant planets migrated, violently disrupting the primordial Kuiper belt. In that gravitational chaos, countless icy bodies were thrown into the Sun or ejected into interstellar space. But a lucky few, like Triton and Phoebe, were captured and became moons. Phoebe, then, is more than just a moon. It's a relic. It is a surviving piece of the building blocks that formed the outer solar system, preserved in the deep freeze of Saturn's gravity. It tells us of a time when the planets moved, flinging rocks around the solar system to be captured by the huge gas giants that dominated. And while we've learned much, questions remain. What lies beneath the dark surface layer? Does it have a differentiated internal structure, perhaps a rocky core surrounded by an icy mantle? Can we definitively pinpoint its origin region within the Kuiper belt or scattered disk? Phoebe remains an object of intense interest, a primordial messenger holding clues to the materials, processes, and dynamics that governed the early solar system. It's a reminder that planetary systems are not static, but dynamic places where objects can wander, be captured, and leave their imprint far from where they originated. Phoebe, the dark intruder, continues to orbit Saturn, a lonely sentinel that has left a permanent mark on the Saturn system.
Anyways.
Hold on a second. What's that noise? Is that a... Hello again. Welcome to My Winter Car. A game set in Finland. Finland, one of the countries ever created. It has a brilliant, vibrant culture of drinking, driving vehicles, drinking while driving vehicles, being a little autistic, pissing on the sauna, yummy sausages, rally racing, getting killed by rally race 8 million lakes, setting off fireworks in your own house, and of course, the brutal, unforgiving winter. My Winter Car is the sequel to My Summer Car, a game I have a little bit of experience in, and like My Summer Car, we have a simple goal. Buy a car, build the car, and race the car. How hard could that possibly be? So, let us begin. 1999, Finland, Perijärvi, apartment number 6, Monday, 9 AM, attempt 1. This is where I found myself a few weeks ago, when I launched my winter car, named myself the incredible, illustrious Glorbo Florbo, turned on permadeath, and began. Immediately I noticed I had not started at my parents' house in the middle of the lake, but in the apartment in town. Clearly, this was my apartment, with beer bottles strewn all over the floor and a few subtle urine puddles that really elevate the feng shui of the living space. For this run, all I wanted was to get the car running. This car, the Chorus Revette. So how do we do that? Well, a good start would probably be finding the car. But the car wasn't over here, or over here, and it definitely wasn't in here. What the fuck? I couldn't find the Revette, but I could find the sorbet. Okay. My humble daily driver that kinda, a little bit, sucks giant donkey balls. After scraping all the ice off the windows, I started her up and began exploring when I came across Timo's Pub. Timo's Pub! Timo! In my summer car, Timo's was our primary source of food and supplies. And Timo. But, in my winter car, his store has been put out of business by a new player in town. About 100 meters down the road, a 24-hour service station, Pisk. Yo! Wow. Pisk has quite the vibe. Calm music, a big seating area, kids' play equipment with just a little bit of piss on it. Oh yeah, a couple of attendants, one bad day away from ending it all, and this. Arknight's Enfield! That's right, fuckers, this video is sponsored by Arknight's Enfield, the brand new hit real-time strategy RPG with factory building? Oh, hell yeah! You play as the Administrator, the Engineer, so to speak, tasked with building a foothold for humanity on Talos 2. And by that, I mean destroy, kill, and plunder with impunity. Look at these high-level enemies. They're too strong for me to fight them normally, but I can fight them with turrets. Play as one of 24 unique operators, sure to activate your neurons. Sorry, did I just say players 1? I meant players 4 operators at the same time. Wow, I just barely defeated this boss with my weak, wimp-ass gear. But now, I have a new resource, which means a new production line, which means new upgrades and new gear. And now, I can do this. I was lucky enough to play this game for several days before it came out in these 2 videos on my second channel. And it was actually really fun. Like, for real. I got lucky and pulled this 6-star operator, struggled immensely against this boss. A triangle. I stretched my industrial empire far and wide, and even snuck into the Port Kembla blast furnace in Wollongong, where I got trapped in the coal coking machine. I'm Coke. The combat is pretty challenging. The factory building is delicious, and the story is multifaceted. So what are you waiting for? World Bonobo. The story is multifaceted. So what are you waiting for? World Bonobo Day? Use my link in the description and download Arknight's Enfield now for free. Available on PlayStation 5, PC, and mobile. Anyway, Pisk, calm music, lots of seats, play equipment with piss on it, and this. A little note with a phone number to buy the Chorus Revette. And gambling. Back home, I gave that number a call, and the guy picked up, telling me to come grab the car at his house. Very exciting stuff. So I ran back outside, which was now dark. Shit. Navigating in the dark would probably be a bad idea, because, you know, it's dark. So I tried sleeping through the night, which didn't work because the night is about 18 hours long. Shit. This was also when I noticed a new, interesting bar in the top left. Problem. Problem is simple. If I have beer, no problem. But if I have no beer, problem. So a quick trip to Pisk and a couple of cases of beer later, my problem was solved. But beer makes you piss. So I started uncontrollably pissing all over the floor when I accidentally pissed in the electrical box. Yup, that's dark. Oh! And fucking died. And with that, Glorbo Florbo had survived for 1 singular day. Attempt 2. Name myself the Pissno, pissed on the TV and electrocuted by dickhole. Attempt 3. Name myself Kim Il-sung and gather some important data pertaining to fireworks and their specific thrust. And attempt 4. Name myself stripped down, stark naked, meandering off into the endless icy abyss, never to be seen again. Which leaves us at attempt 5. Lock in, fellas. It's car time. For this attempt, I named myself Florbo Glorbo, who bears no affiliation whatsoever to Glorbo Florbo and his regrettable misfortunes. I started this attempt with the usual visit to Pisk, where I bought some sausages and beer and had a quick explore of the highway, when I saw this. Oh my fucking god! Kidnapped. Kidnapped. Abduct. Okay, let's get him in the back seat. Stop! No, don't do it! With my new friend acquired, it was time to grab that car. So, I drove to my parents' house in the center of the lake, grabbed the tractor, and made my way there. Let me turn on the radio. Bacteria music. Once I arrived, I paid the 500 bucks, listened to the guy yap for about 5 minutes straight. Take all this stuff. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! And the Chorus Revette was mine. Now all I had to do was a bit of high-impact sexual tractor violence, and the Revette was owned. But we've got a problem. This is just the car's chassis. That's it. No engine, no suspension, no wheels, just this. If I wanted to get the car running, first I would need to find all the missing parts, and I would find them in here. This is a classifieds magazine. Think Craigslist or eBay, but analog. It's got all sorts of listings like this box of 5 car parts, this epic frog purse, 10,000 wasps, and the soul of a Lithuanian man harvested in 1972. This sounded like a great way to get our missing parts, but we've got 2 small problems. Firstly, how do we keep track of which parts we've already got? This one's easy. Spreadsheet. Problem 2, buying these boxes of parts costs money. This gave us a new goal. Money. So how do we make money in my winter car? Well, we do tasks for people, and they pay us. My first money-making endeavor was becoming a mailman and delivering ads. Every few days, I'd receive a stack of ads, selling everything from sausages and beer, all the way up to foot jobs. Which I just made up then, they do not sell that. I'd then neatly place those ads into mailboxes, and at the end of the week collect an absolutely horrendous 136 marks. My second money-making endeavor was becoming the world's shittest taxi driver. The job works like this. Once a customer calls, I turn on the meter, speed over to them, pick up the customer, drive at a comfortable pace, turn off the meter, and collect their payment. More interesting than delivering ads, but it also suffered from one little issue. The pay sucked mega donkey ass. So, let's try something a bit more profitable. I know, home-brewed illegal moonshine. Add 1 yeast, 6 sugar, and a bunch of water to this bucket. Seal up the lid and wait several days until it stops going like... This is Kill You. Spelled like this. In my summer car, we sold enormous volumes of Kill You to this guy. And nothing bad happened afterwards. In my winter car, he's moved in next door, which is even more convenient for my moonshining. What isn't so convenient is sometimes, at a crisp 3 AM, he wakes the neighborhood up with his earth-bashingly loud finish. Oh my god! What is also not so convenient is this. He wants me to drink some of the Kill You before he'll buy more. Now, I am a bit of a casual alcoholic, but this man is a ranked, competitive alcoholic. So about 4 bottles of the stuff later, I blacked out. Maybe we should try something else. How about selling firewood? People need to heat their house, otherwise they freeze to death. Most people happen to think that this is a bad thing, so they're willing to pay quite a lot to have this not happen. In my summer car, this job was decent, but very tedious because every single log had to be manually cut and manually thrown into the trailer. My winter car does away with much of this tedium with this, the log splitter. Back the tractor up to it, attach the drive shaft, crank up the throttle, and feed the hungry machine some tasty logs. Yummy! About 5 minutes later, the trailer was filled, so I reattached the tractor, made my delivery, and bam, 3,200 bucks. Does this guy ever shut the fuck up? That is more like it. A couple more firewood deliveries, and we'd made some serious cash. Enough cash to call up some more numbers in the classifieds and take a whole bunch more part deliveries. Slowly but surely, the spreadsheet was filling out. But we had a new problem. Now that we'd delivered firewood to everyone we could, they didn't need any more. Damn. But they did need their poop sucked. This is the sewage truck. People call up asking for their poop tank to be sucked dry. We drive the truck over, drop in the tube, suck their poop, and they pay us 1,200 marks. Very solid job, but several poop sucks later, the poop truck was now full. In a perfect world, I would deal with the poop responsibly and get it treated at the waste treatment plant. But this is not a perfect world. The cheap option is to take a quick trip to my secret poop spot and dump it there. Well, it would have been the cheap option if some fucking bastard hadn't found my secret poop spot and reported my secret poop spot to the police. What part about secret poop spot do you not understand? Fuck you. Of course, I didn't find out I'd been reported until I got a fine in the mail. For 7,000 marks. Well, what do? We can't pay off the fine because we don't have enough money, and if I end up in jail, I will piss on the TV and kill myself. We could visit the factory in the outskirts of town and get a job, but I had one last trick up my sleeve. Remember how the taxi sucked mega donkey ass? Well, what if we did a little thing called fraud? The scheme is simple. Step 1. Wait for a valued customer to call our wonderful taxi company. Step 2. Take the call and inform the valued customer that you'll be right there. Step 3. Start the meter. Step 4. Wait. As time goes on, the meter goes up. Fill up your car, have a cigarette, eat a delicious burger, slap away your children's future. Step 5. It's been 2 days and the meter has reached over 10 grand. Congratulations. Step 6, pick up the customer and take them to their destination. And step 7, gouge their fucking eyes out with a 10,000 mark taxi fare. He just hands it to me. Thank you and see you later. Print the receipt. There you go. Oh. So, let's get those parts. This was without a doubt the most tedious part of the car building process. I'd buy a classifieds magazine, call up some numbers, wait for them to pick up the phone, listen to them yap, and yap a little more, and yap even more, and a bit more, and some more, and still talking, and talking, and talking. The longest I've ever seen was a little over 5 fucking minutes of this guy yapping, brother, just shut the fuck up, please! Once the parts were ordered, I'd do my favorite thing in the world. Wait. And a few hours later, the parts would be mine, and the spreadsheet would look a little more green. Repeat that several times, and you get this. A garage full of bullshit, and a car finally ready to be built. Tomorrow. So I smoked a cheeky cigarette, and dozed off to a deep, deep sleep. My fucking house is on fire. What happened? What? No. Fuck. Fuck. Well, fuck. Luckily, the house fire only burns down the house and leaves the garage. It's just that, you know, the house burns down. So, there's no more house. Well, I guess it's car time. So, after a high-quality depression burger from Piss, I got to work. First, I built the engine, then the front suspension, the rear suspension, the wheels. I put the engine in, attached the gearbox and drive shaft, put in all that annoying shit in the engine bay. I bolted in the interior, I bolted on the exterior, filled the fluids, wired up everything, and within only a few hours, the car was fully assembled. For once, something was easy in this game. All we had left to do was turn the key and start the car. Oh, fuck. Troubleshooting a car follows a simple logical process. For an engine to work, it needs 3 things: air, fuel, and spark. If we're missing one, it's not going to work. Let's start with fuel. Fuel comes from the fuel tank, into the fuel pump, into the carburetor, gets mixed with air and ignited in the cylinders. The fuel pump was fine, the carburetor was fine, the rockers and pistons were fine, even the exhaust was fine. But then, I noticed something. This is the camshaft. It has these little lobes on it that control when the engine's valves open and close. And this is the crankshaft. It's the part that turns the up and down of the pistons into round and round. If the crankshaft and camshaft aren't aligned properly, then we could be opening a valve while the piston is in the way. So how do we know if they're aligned? This little notch on the crankshaft gear needs to be here, and this little arrow on the camshaft gear needs to be here. So I realigned everything, tried starting the car again, and it didn't work. Okay. Spark. Putting the key in the ignition completes the following circuit. Electrical energy, depicted here in the form of gnomes, comes from the battery. The gnomes travel into the ignition coil where the battery's 12 volts is up to several thousand volts. You can think of this as launching the gnomes at high speed. These high-speed gnomes are then sent to the distributor, which controls when the spark plugs generate their sparks. Once the time is right, the high-speed gnomes are allowed to pass through the distributor into one of the spark plugs. Because they're going so fast, they can jump this air gap where they create a hot plasma that ignites the fuel and air mixture. Of course, none of this works if our little electricity gnomes aren't going fast enough. And this is when I found that the ignition coil wasn't wired up. With that fixed, I was confident that this time it would work. And of course, it did not. Alright, air. Air comes in through the air filter, gets mixed with fuel in the carburetor, and that mix is sucked into the engine and combusted. When you step on the gas in a car, what that's doing is opening this butterfly valve called the throttle. This allows more air to come in, and it's the carburetor's job to spray in the right amount of fuel to make sure it's using all that air. If we have too much fuel, we call the mixture rich, and if we have too much air, we call the mixture lean. Okay. This was where I remembered something very important. This game is not my summer car, it's my winter car. And winter is cold. Cold fuel doesn't vaporize very well, and we need it to vaporize for the combustion to work properly. This means we want the fuel to turn from a liquid into a gas. How do we do that? Well, we consult the humble phase diagram. The horizontal axis is temperature, how hot our gasoline is, and the vertical axis is pressure. If we raise the temperature, say by running the engine, the gasoline vaporizes better. But to run the engine, we gotta start the engine, so that's not gonna work. The other way to vaporize it better is to lower the pressure, and that's where this valve in the carburetor comes in, the choke. Think about what's happening when one of our pistons is going down with the intake valve open. It's creating a low pressure zone in the chamber here, which is getting filled by air and fuel. But if we restrict how much air can come in, say by closing the choke, this means that the chamber can't suck as much air in, which means this area is now at a lower pressure. As we can see in the phase diagram, a lower pressure means better vaporization. So, if I pull the choke out, hopefully, it will start. Oh! And it actually did. Let's fucking go. We did it, boy. Yeah! Yes. After somewhere around 30 hours of my winter car, I finally had the winter car. Once I threw some sandbags in the back for extra grip, I gave it a proper shakedown, taking it down the ice road at an absolutely incredible 100 k's an hour. Yeah, okay, it's slow, but it works. In deep snow, it was especially good. The Sorbet could only do about 40 k's an hour, while the Revette could do a staggering 60 k's an hour. Ooh. On the highway, it wasn't particularly impressive, but it did complete a lap. We had done it. The goal had been reached. We had bought a car, found all of its parts, assembled it, and against all odds, it actually worked. So I started heading back home, again over the ice, when it all came apart. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Where's the jerk? Turn off. Uh-oh. Just broke. So, this is a bit of a pickle. My car was not working. I'd foolishly forgotten my winter coat at home. It was dark. And I had a problem. I've been digitally brightening a lot of this video so you can actually see the game. But this is not what I was seeing. I was seeing this. But the cold didn't get me. No. It wasn't the cold. It was no beer.
Son of a bitch.